I'm just getting a little bit of the extra plastic off. Oh, I flushed my teeth.
Hello. In this video, I am very excited to look my very best for all of you. It is not lost on me that my first makeup tutorial is going to have me looking like this. Let's jump in, shall we? So for our teeth, here's what I did. I bought 3 different teeth on the Amazons. So hopefully I can save you some time and effort not knowing which teeth to buy. Okay, so we have our first teeths. Pretty good. Wow. First thought, a little bit square, a little bit white maybe. If you have really white teeth, maybe you want something really white, but not me. And this one came with moldable plastic. Love that for us. Okay, second, a little bit more ivory cream. So I already like that a little better for me. Well, show the product. They're a little bit more rounded at the bottom, so yeah, I do like them a little bit better. Number 2 also comes with our moldable plastic. Comparative. I don't even know if this looks good. Whatever. And now for our third pair comes in. Oh gosh, packaging is really selling it. Scarecrow teeth. Now I already know what I don't like about this one, which is that it comes with these little capsules and like liquid stuff. I have done this before, where you mix these together, put it in the teeth, set it, and you have to leave it for like 30 minutes, I think. My God, I keep dropping these capsules. Okay, leave it for like 30 minutes, and it's disgusting, number 1. Number 2, it's not as good as the plastic, so do not recommend. 30 minutes. I love that this is called a Bucky cap. I think I should call it that for the rest of the video. The Bucky cap. Okay, leave on for additional 10 minutes. Where did I get 30? Maybe it just felt like 30. You know? Yeah. All right, well, anyway, don't use it. If your teeth don't come with moldable plastic, you can buy moldable plastic. Here's what they look like. Like the shape, like the color. So I'm leaning towards number 2 or number 3. So for purposes of this video, maybe I do one of each. So then, the next thing you need to buy are vampire teeth. If you buy vampire teeth, just buy ones that come with the moldable plastic. No need for this, but now you know it exists if you ever need to make teeth in bulk. I don't know why you need to do that, but so vampire teeth. I'm gonna pick the size we like the best, and luckily like almost all the vampire teeth that you find do come with lots of sizes. And you're going to be dremeling them down and attaching them to either side here. Okay, here we are. Ready for some teeth. I'm gonna decide what size Dracula fangs I want. They are gonna be filed down a little because I boiled the water too early. Yeah, look here, I saw. Gosh, what a looker. They're about the same length right now, and so then if I file it down a little, like round it out so it's not an actual fang. Does that work? Be like about like that, and then I'll just round that out. So I'm not gonna put that. Ooh, it's so hot. Let's turn that down. We don't need that. I'm gonna put maybe like 1/4 to 1/3 of it. You don't need that much. I'm trying to like get all the little pieces together into a glob. When it's sufficiently heated, it should go from white to translucent. It is really hot when it first comes out, so just be really careful not to burn yourself, and particularly not to burn yourself when you put it in your mouth, but it still does need to be hot. Okay, so now I'm pressing onto my teeth. I'm using my tongue to like smooth the plastic along like my hard palate,
You don't want the plastic to just be on the inside of the teeth. You want it to be on your hard palate as well. It gives you like a snugger fit. And then I would leave it here for like 2 or 3 minutes to make sure it's really set before you remove it. And then it should be set in your mouth. Okay, I'm gonna go outside and be responsible DIYers and not Dremel inside.
While the teeth set in my mouth, I'm using a Dremel to sand down the fangs so that they are smooth and rounded, more like a tooth. I'm using various sanding discs to get a smooth finish so that the teeth won't be rough to my tongue later.
Okay, so I'm gonna take them out now before I move on to the fangs. They should just pop off. So we've now got this nice like total imprint of my teeth in there. Now this is personal preference, but I like this part of the plastic here on your hard palate to go much, much further and wider. But we're gonna achieve that when we do the fangs. And now I'm gonna put the teeth back in my mouth. Very hot, be careful, careful. I'm gonna put a little bit in one of the fangs and put that one in my mouth. I have to admit, I am really hating this color difference. I am, I have to say. I'll have to decide at the end how much I care. Okay, now I'm gonna do the other one. I'm just getting a little bit of the extra plastic off. Oh, I flushed my teeth. Interesting, never had that happen before. Where the whole like tooth comes off the plastic. That's so interesting. I've got it all off. Woo. This is just tough. But we have 4 teeth all together now. So that's good. Now let's say you've completely messed up. The great thing about moldable plastic is you just throw it back in the pot, it loosens back up, and you can start all over again. I can feel the like rough edge of the tooth and then the smooth moldable plastic, which I don't like. This is now heated a bit. Heated a bit. Make sure it's not too hot for my mouth. The most important part. Now I'm just gonna like put it on my hard palate. And this is really what's gonna hold all 4 teeth together. So make sure you get it so it's touching the fangs as well as the 2 main teeth. Continue smoothing it against your hard palate so that it kind of blends out. The more you have it on your hard palate where your tongue touches, the more of a lisp you're gonna have. So you kind of have to find that sweet spot between how you can still speak like normally, you're never gonna sound normal, but have it be like comfortable and like staying together. Okay, I'm gonna let this sit for like 2 or 3 minutes, see how I feel, then take her out.
After the teeth set completely in my mouth, I took them out and used an ultra-fine sanding paper to complete the smoothing process of the X fangs.
Yeah, that feels good.
So I made the second set. I didn't film it because I figured you guys already saw me make a set. You didn't need to see me do a second one. But as promised, I made it with teeth number 2.
Yo, I literally just got a call from Salem, Massachusetts while I'm waiting for this second set to set. I'm just like, what are the odds?
I don't like them. I think I looked somewhere between a rabbit and Napoleon Dynamite. Wouldn't recommend. They're too big and square. I just can't live with this. I just cannot. I've decided I don't care that much about the difference in color between the Bucky cap and the fangs. It's a battle I'm not willing to fight. Okay, so now that we have the teeth done, we are gonna do the full Winifred makeup look.
I've been fighting with my mic for like an hour and I can't get it to connect, so we are going to use the iPhone microphone. It's fine. It's fine. We're all gonna be okay. I apologize if there's bad sound quality. I hope there's not. Okay, we are ready to do some Winifred makeup. I washed my face, I've put on some basic primer, prepped my hair for a wig, and
we're gonna start with foundation. I'm just gonna put on foundation and avoid the eyebrow area altogether. So like, I'm gonna do a little bit on my eyelids and then leave it completely blank from like here around. Just use a foundation that matches your skin tone, some kind of liquid foundation, because you are gonna need a pretty full coverage liquid foundation to eventually cover what we're gonna do on the eyebrows. So just don't use any kind of like powder. That's not gonna do you any favors. Okay, the first step for your eyebrows is going to be a scar and effect wax. Mine is like broken and so old, and yeah, so I'm just gonna show you a picture. This is by Kryolan. I'm guessing Kryolan is correct. So you're just gonna scrape with a tool a little bit of wax, and the important thing to do here is to use your tool to really push the wax into your eyebrow. You also don't want to go too far above or below the hairs, because you are gonna see a bit of a line where this wax is and isn't. So don't go crazy and like cover this whole area in wax. You want to use the least amount of wax to get all of your little eyebrow hairs laying down very flat. Okay, one down. Okay, next, and probably like the most important part of all of this, is the copious amounts of translucent powder you're going to use. So I'm gonna use a beauty blender. Powder puff is better, but I can't find one right now. So basically you're just gonna press this into the wax so that then you can literally wipe it with your finger and it's not sticky at all. So this is really helping to set the different layers that we're gonna put on our eyebrows in between each layer. Okay, now that we have our, oh gosh, we're looking good already. Now that we have our scar and effect wax down, we are now going to use a glue stick. Just adding an extra layer to smooth these hairs down. And now we go back to our translucent powder. And now they are really, really stuck down, but if we just put our foundation on right now, we're still gonna see this darkness of the hairs of our eyebrows. So what we're gonna use to combat that is a blue neutralizer. I'm just putting a thick layer everywhere that there is color from my eyebrow hairs. And you guessed it, back to our powder. And we're ready to cover all of this with our foundation. So I have tried a lot of different techniques on my eyebrows. I've tried just the wax, I've tried just the glue stick, which is probably the most common method. I've tried it without the blue neutralizer, and my favorite is to do all three in combination. I have had different types of character and cosplay type gigs and events where I am in this type of villain makeup all day long for 8 to 10 hours a day. And what you're trying to avoid is sections of your eyebrows popping up and releasing from your skin as the day goes on. Now, a lot of this is trial and error. Everybody's skin is different and has different amounts of oils. And so you do have to kind of just try different things and see what works for you. And it also depends on the moisture in the air, how sweaty you get, all that. So this may or may not work for your skin type, but this is what I generally recommend when people ask me how I cover my eyebrows and get them to stay for an entire day. And here she is. So I'm gonna put a few of the reference pictures that I'm using up to try to accomplish the Winifred look. So she has really rosy cheeks, just using like pink blush. You'll look a little crazy right now until you get all the rest of her, well, I mean, what am I saying? We already look crazy. But yeah, the blush will look like just too much. But once you get the wig and everything on, you can never do too much. All right, her eyeshadow is very, very simple. It's pretty much just a brown. I'm gonna go in with like the darkest brown I have on the crease, and then a little bit of a lighter brown on the lid. I'm going maybe like a little bit darker than she honestly has in the movie, but I like a dramatic look, what can I say? Then I am going to do just a black liquid eyeliner on my top lid. And I'm going to do a very light eyeliner on the bottom lid. So maybe this is just a me thing, but when I'm doing any kind of cosplay look, I like very big dramatic lashes. I'm gonna use the number 82 lashes. These are my favorite. They work for princesses, villains, kind of everything across the board. I will link to it in the description below, but that's what I'm gonna be using today. Okay, while the eyelashes are getting a little bit tacky, what I usually use is a red lip liner, but I cannot find mine today. I can't find it anywhere. So I found this like lipstick that kind of has a point. I'm gonna do my best, but use a lip liner. Yeah, this will work for today. Okay, we have lip. And now our eyelashes should be sufficiently tacky. And then area of controversy, I'm sure, is when to put your mascara on. I put it on after I put lashes on so that it really like blends everything together. So I'll just wait for these to set a little bit before I put the mascara on so that I don't like disturb the glue as I'm putting the mascara on. But yeah, you can put it on before you put the lashes on if you prefer. My friend just told me that she's getting her hair blown out to like look beautiful right now, and I'm just sitting here reflecting on what I look like in this moment, and that's where we're at. Have to open my mouth at least when I'm doing bottom lashes. I don't know what that's about, but I have to. And now to look old. Personally, for Winifred, I just do some general age lines. I usually don't even add the highlights. I just add the shadows of the age lines. So I'm gonna use a dip brow pomade by Anastasia and an angled brush. I usually, for Winifred, put them here. If you do too much, you can always like kind of just really blend it out and start over. This is not what it's gonna look like. I'm just gonna get them all blocked in first. I usually make myself look real saggy here in the eyes, real tired. I usually don't do crow's feet for her, but you could. And a lot of the forehead is gonna be covered too, so sometimes I do these depending on the wig I'm wearing. They also sometimes are just kind of covered. So now I'm gonna just blend them out. Being careful here of your eyebrow work since we work so hard on those puppies. Now also, like, the level at which you want to do age makeup really depends on the type of event you're doing, how drastic or dramatic you want it to be, how close up your audience is going to be. For a stage production, audience is far away, you're going to go a lot more dramatic than something close up. I am usually going pretty dramatic. Not going for realism here. Looking older. A little haggard. So now that I'm getting everything all together, I'm actually thinking that like my blush could be more, which is like literally always what happens. I start with it and I'm like, oh, it's a lot. And then I do the rest and like, it's not enough. Beauty, well, or something. So this is basically your makeup. I need to put the teeth in, but now I'm just gonna kind of put the rest all together, teeth and wig, and nails, just to sort of like have it all come together with where we're headed, so we can see the payoff, you know? And warning, this wig is not fully styled. It's probably looking like it did at the end of last Halloween season. Hasn't been touched since, but just to kind of put it all together, we're gonna wig it up. Okay, now is when I would put the teeth in, because the very last thing I usually do for Winifred is the nails, because once, at least for me, once I have those nails on, I cannot do anything else. So here are the teeth that we made earlier in this video. I'm gonna pop them in. And here she is with her teeth, and now I will do my nails, and I'll be right back. And here we are with the final look. We have some costume jewelry, we have our nails, our teeth, our wig, everything all together. The last thing you need to do is just add your costume. So I hope you hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye!